Well, it would be concerned not only with treating the symptoms of our patients' diseases, but if possible, curing the damn disease to begin with. And that's what stopping marijuana prohibition is all about. Cure the disease. I have enjoyed very much taking part in normal events over the years, and whatever accomplishments I may have been part of are in large part due to the efforts of some folks, some of whom are in the room here tonight at least. Is Matt Rourke here? Matt? Amber Langston? Amber, hold up your hand at least. I know that we don't have a spotlight here. Is Amanda Rose in the room? Bailey Hirschberg, would you stand up? Yeah, hold up your hand. These folks are really the core group of the activism in Missouri. And Terry Zeman, I know Terry's here because I saw her a little bit ago. Terry is the greatest marijuana law reform activist in St. Louis, at least. And we really have a great crew of activists in Missouri right now. We're very lucky to have them. But I want to make a special expression of gratitude to one of the activists in Missouri who has been at it for a quarter of a century, at least, back in the days when Bob Randall used to come to Jefferson City and we go down there and testify, and that's my beautiful wife, my trophy wife, Sheila. Would you stand up, please? Stand up, please. I want to, I use that term trophy wife in the most positive sense because she is really a great deal more than that. She's a registered nurse with a master's degree in public health, and for that reason, and because she has been a caregiver for many patients with terminal illnesses, she's a very effective advocate for medical marijuana as well, and I really deeply appreciate her support. I couldn't have done whatever I've done without her help. I remember driving back from Washington, D.C. with Sheila from a conference in about 1980. Somebody here probably knows. What day was John Lennon shot? December? Yeah, that's what I thought. And so it was that night that I remember she and I driving back from a normal conference all the way back to Missouri. We didn't make it all the way back that night. We're listening to those news accounts, and somehow that stuck with me. I want to say that we. Well, I do remember the First People's Spot Conference. And some people say if you remember, you weren't really there. Well, I was only there for a little while, so I still have some recollection of the First People's Spot Conference. I remember people asking Keith Straw, when is marijuana going to be legal? Like, he should know. Like, it should be a prediction. And my God, if you don't make that prediction, then, well, they'll prove you were wrong. And his answer was 1978. And he was right. He was right. I still believe him. But he was actually literally right. He was actually literally right in this sense. He was actually too conservative, because it was in 1975, of course, that the state of Alaska flat out legalized the possession and use of marijuana by adults, and that is still the case today in the state of Alaska. And the one substantive point I want to make this evening, the one substantive point that I think might be of use to those of you who are fighting the good fight, is that we say this. I think this responds to some of the points made in the conference today. There are so many times, Alan made the point that we need to persuade the parents. It's the parents and the threat to children that we're up against. Well, the argument I think that's most potent, at least in an objective and scientific sense, is that marijuana use will not increase if we reduce or eliminate the penalties for its use. That's counterintuitive. That's against every gut instinct everyone has. And I mean, people on our side assume otherwise. We all too often ignore it. We all too often accept the premise, the argument that if we reduce or eliminate penalties, use will increase. It will not. And we know that because we have hard empirical data from right here in our nation, in our time today, the state of Alaska, for a quarter of a century and more, has had legal marijuana, and what has happened? Nothing. Nothing happens. If we stop putting people in prison for smoking marijuana, nothing changes except that we reduce the human suffering, we reduce the squandering of public resources on imprisonment, and people generally are a lot happier. That's exactly what happened, and we don't ever need to concede the argument. We don't ever need to concede the point that marijuana use will increase if we reduce or eliminate the penalties. It simply will not happen. But I want to say I've really enjoyed during the past 3.5 decades working with NORML, both the immediate family of NORML and the extended family of all the alphabet soup organizations that have spun off from NORML, especially working with Keith Straw. It's been a great privilege. It's been a great privilege and an honor, and it's been a whole lot of fun to work with NORML, and I look forward to continuing to do so, not one to rest on my laurels. I promise I will continue throughout my lifetime for at least a couple more decades to work to make marijuana legal. Thank you very much.
How's that for trophy award member? Thank you for a wonderful speech as always, Dan. This is the end of the awards portion of our event tonight. And we do want to thank all of our award presenters and all of our award recipients for giving us the inspiration and the courage to continue working hard. Please join me in a round of applause for all of our award recipients. Soon we will be wrapping up the silent auction. We can also look forward to the opposite of a silent auction, which is a loud auction to be held by.
We so happy we alive, we together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies, and now's the time to legalize. Tell me brother, tell me true, what the hell we gonna do? Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive, we together can survive. Mother Nature, heaven sent, don't belong to government. Hey there sister, what's the plan? Do you really understand? Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive, we together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies.